This is a quick update video on the progress I've been making with the WiPi Netbooter image. I managed to get support in for the new, the LCD 3.5-inch touchscreen LCD, and also the traditional 16:2 LCD, and the Wi-Fi interface as well. Unfortunately, you can't have support running for both at the same time because they use the same method of communication between the Raspberry Pi and the screens via the GPIO ports. So what I've done is I've built the scripts and all of the support options for the LCD, traditional LCD screen, into a Linux service, and when you change the mode within the web page, it just enables and disables that service, copies a few files around, and allows you to switch between the two different ones. I'll also put an option in there to disable them completely. So if you weren't too bothered about running the script in the background, you can also disable that. And I'll probably build in a support for actually disabling the Wi-Fi as well. So if you just wanted to run on the screen and you weren't bothered about having the Wi-Fi, you could disable that. Okay, so first things first, right, this is the web interface. And the changes I've been making to it are really just to kind of simplify it and to try and speed up navigation, both for the mobile platform via Wi-Fi and also because of the LCD screen. I'm trying to keep the code base the same, just so I've got one bunch of files I'm developing with, and it's taking a little bit longer to try and tweak it so it works on both. But essentially, all that is doing, that Pi now is running X Windows, obviously with the touch interface, outputting a Chromium browser session into the 3.5-inch screen, connecting back into its own internal web server, same one that the Wi-Fi interface connects to. I'll give you a bit of a tour. So this is the home screen. Now if you click on the link at the top, that will always bring you back to the same point, which is the top of your games list. I've only got 4 games on here at the moment, just for demonstration purposes. But obviously, if you've got a full set of games, it will show everything. Now, as I say, when you click on there, it'll take you to the top of the games list. I used to have a list of filters in here, which I've removed, and I've actually built the filter functionality into the main game list itself. So a new addition is this Alphabetical Display here. And what that does, that will scan the games that you've got available, the actual ROM files on your SD card. It then looks in the CSV file and pulls the game data out, and also checks if you've manually enabled or disabled that within the options. I can show you that in a bit. And then it just highlights the letters you can see here. So they're all black apart from these letters here. So C, we'll jump straight to C, and then I'll do J because D will take you to the same place. So J, you can see it jumps down to J. It works much better obviously with more games on there, but yeah, that's like a quick navigation option. You've also got filters here for system, genre, screen orientation and control type. So click on system, and there you go. You just want to see the Thomas Wave games. And then if you wanted to do filter on Naomi games, and then if you wanted to break it and look for Triforce games, just goes back to no games found. If you click on that, it takes you back to that screen. Similarly for genre, if you're looking for puzzle games, there you go. You get the idea. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so that's your main games list and your little navigation shortcuts. And then the top corner, you've got the collapsible menu. For the main games list, options menu. Redesigned this slightly. It used to be just individual little links, and now it just displays this in a bit of a nicer format, which fits better on the LCD screen. And here, yeah, you just click on a link like that to enable or disable. It just says current setting there, and then the action you've got available. So power saver is a 10-minute power off for the Pi. Simple mode means that your main game list, your hyperlinks, you click on them, it just launches the game straight away. Whereas in advanced mode, yes, that's enabled. So in simple mode, I'm going to disable that. That's the kind of classic mode where you click on the link and it gives you the information about the game. You've got the option to launch game there, and also the video preview. If you click on that, it takes you to a screen, it auto plays the video. So that's it in terms of the web interface. It looks pretty much the same on the LCD screen. Let's see if I can work that around a bit. Okay, so a bit tricky to do on the phone and look at the same time. So as you can see, it's fairly responsive. It allows you to scroll up and down the list. Again, you've got the same navigation links. And here, if you wanted to say, click on System and just choose Name of Games. Oh, I missed that one, sorry. Can't quite see. So System and say your name. There you go. Just shows the name of Games. Comes with the launch interface. There you go, and the table fits nicer on that particular, on this size of screen. Click on Video Preview, and there you go. You can see the refresh. It's not too bad. When I first started playing around with the settings, it certainly wasn't this good. So it's made some progress, and that's it running in full screen. It's almost action-packed game. Let me find another one. Go back. Just quickly go back to the main menu. Yeah. Video preview. It's a bit better. Full screen. Play. So there's no sound, but if you had some speakers or anything hooked up, obviously you get audio as well. The audio does work on the mobile platform. So if you run the Wi-Fi, you get a much better experience, obviously. So just come back out there. Setup options, pretty much as it was. You can edit the game list here. So you can turn, if you can see that, you can turn games. You can see the touchscreen sometimes does miss the clicks. There we go. And that will remove the game from the list. Set up to game list. That's better. There we go. And put it back in again. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's much simpler than the PyDim, whatever it's called, loader thingamabob. That looks a lot flashier than this. It's a lot more sort of hyper spinny, I would say. This is pretty functional, but hopefully the navigation design the way it is makes it much easier to navigate, get around, quickly get to the game you want to get to as well. I am going to add in a favourites tag to the games, which will be on this screen here, and allow you to hit a hyperlink, and that will then add to the favourites. And obviously then there'll be a favourites shortcut from the top of here. Hit favourites, that will take you to another screen where you just have your list there. Now what I'll do, if my battery will hold out, is just show you how you switch between the two different modes of support. So we go into here, we go into options, and then we go, so LCD mode currently is at 3.5 inch touch. We want to switch it to 16 by 2, so we just click on that. Now we'll update the mode, and then in 5 seconds the Pi will shut itself down. I'm going to remove all this boot text. I've got some configuration files that remove all that. Once that's finished, the green light's gone off. Switch it off. Right, I'm just going to switch out the two screens. Okay, there we go. Switched out, and now all we'll do is switch it on. list there. And if you were making any changes in set up a game list, so if you make a change in here, that will actually restart. You'll notice that, see here I've got Cleopatra Fortune Plus enabled no, and it's missing, it's not there. So I can re-enable it in here. If I say yes, it then restarts it, and there it is back again. So you can edit your game list on the fly, which is quite good. I can't think of any other sort of functions that you could do in real time there, but I'm always open to suggestions. Another thing that I forgot to mention is on setup, you now have an update NetDim firmware option. Gives you the blurb about it. Make sure you're updating firmware here, so be careful. And the links are right at the bottom here. You can update to 4.1 or 4.02. So once you basically send that to the NetDimmer just as a game. The NetDim, the whole machine will reboot, and then you get a splash screen that you've followed the instructions. You press the test button, and it updates the firmware for you. Yeah, so that's pretty much where I am at the moment. Got a bit of optimization to do in terms of loading. I'll do the favorites tag. I think that, to be honest, is pretty much it. Yeah, so good progress so far. Just need to make it a bit speedier, I think, in terms of loading. Remove all the loading blurb and screens. Yeah, all good. So yeah, happy to hear any feedback you've got. Anything you can see that might be an issue or that could easily improve. Yeah, please let me know.